Ever wonder how you can quickly spot a guy who's just stringing you along and not really interested in you? Want to know the 10 most common ways he'll throw these breadcrumbs at you over text and what you can do to avoid them? I've got all that coming to you right now. Hey everyone, I'm dating and relationship coach Ryan Patrick. So today, I wanted to make a video that a lot of you have been asking about in comments lately, like Jesse L here, about how to spot breadcrumbing from guys and what to do. So here it is. Thanks for the request, Jesse L. This one's for you. But first, if you're new to my channel and you could use a fun-loving dating coach in your corner these days and learn how to discover great men to date, just click subscribe below and make sure to turn on all notifications to receive my new content and help my channel out significantly with the YouTube algorithm. Thank you so much for doing that. Also, if you haven't gotten access to my video field guide on texting, a 1.5-hour video course with yours truly dedicated to these 10 most common texting scenarios with men, open up a new tab on your browser and go to boyfriendblueprint.com/texting or simply click the link in the description below. So far, the feedback since I released the course last week has been amazing. It's basically like sitting down with me one-on-one for 90 minutes while I turn you into a texting rock star. boyfriendblueprint.com/texting. Now, on to these breadcrumbing boys. Right now, I'm gonna walk you through 10 different ways men breadcrumb you over text. Just understand, it might be really hard for you to spot a breadcrumbing man with just one or two of these things happening. So just make sure you stay until the end of this video so you get the full spectrum of his behavior and have context for your particular situation with him. At the core of all of these 10 things though, it's gonna leave you feeling pretty crappy and unfulfilled in some way. So, I suspect in Jesse L's situation, for example, that what prompted her to leave this comment is that some guy was just acting wishy-washy and she was simply looking for some confirmation on it. So hopefully this gives you that clarity, Jesse L. So here are 10 things he'll text you to keep you hooked on him, strung along, and therefore breadcrumbed. The first thing is he'll call you a generic nickname. Now, some guys might use a generic nickname with you, but at the same time be consistently making effort with you, so this one isn't an absolute all by itself. But if a guy can't make a little bit of an effort to be creative with a nickname for you, take note. In fact, if he's calling you baby or beautiful or any of that other lazy crap, he may have actually forgotten your name altogether. The second thing is he'll be hot and cold. The breadcrumbing man is gonna come on real strong with you sometimes to lead you to believe that you have his full attention, which feels good. But he'll also disappear on you at times, sometimes for long periods of time, which does not feel good. If you're getting the hot, cold, wishy-washy thing from him, he won't change. Time to say next. The third thing is he'll avoid dates. Something in your gut is just gonna feel really off, and that's because this guy isn't really gonna be pushing to see you. And he's always gonna have an excuse why he can't. And guys do this because they wanna keep you on a back burner in case all of his other girl options dry up. So make sure you convey to him over text that you wanna meet up in person, in public, if he wants to continue talking to you by sending him something like, "Let's meet up. You just tell me when and where." The fourth thing is he'll ghost you while liking your social media. Just because a guy likes your social media posts does not mean that he likes you or that he's even interested in you. So if a guy is doing this to you and you haven't heard from him over text in a while, he's feeding you scraps. Breadcrumbs are for the birds, ladies. No need for you to pick them up. Don't let him fool you like this. The fifth thing is he'll imply he wants a relationship. Now, reasonably intelligent guys will try and give you hope about the future with him to keep you hooked. He'll imply that you two will be getting serious soon enough. He'll text you things like, "You're too good for me. You're totally my type. We should get married. And our kids would look amazing," without any concrete follow-up. If he's making excuses about why he can't meet up with you and he's sending you things like this, he's baiting you to hang around until he needs you. So don't let him. The sixth thing is he'll never put in much effort. When a guy actually likes you, he's gonna do as much as he can to make his interest known to you. That includes texting you regularly and asking you out on dates. If there are any of you out there that seem like you're totally locked into this never-ending text conversation with a guy that you've never met, just hit delete now. He is just wasting your time and giving you hope by popping his head in every so often. Just cut him off now and you can thank me later. The 7th thing is he'll push for sex. The only time breadcrumbers actually want to see you is for sex. He'll be pushing for you doing things like sending nude photos of yourself to him. But has he earned it? Not at all. When the topic of sex comes up, this is one of those rare times when you're gonna get his full attention. And if you're only looking for something casual with him, then fine, knock yourself out. But if not, change the conversation away from sex or just let him go. The 8th thing is he'll give you a sob story. Now, some guys take the tactic of giving you a sad story about themselves so you feel bad for them and you invest in them emotionally, even if momentarily. Just make sure you question why he's giving you this story. Is it coming out of nowhere real early on? And if a guy asks you for money and is trying to manipulate you from some distant country, do not send him money. He's just using you and playing you for a fool. The 9th thing is he'll send good morning and good night texts. Now, I've been talking about this one a lot lately in my texting videos. If he's sending you good morning or good night texts with really nothing in between the rest of the day, he's breadcrumbing you. And it's really manipulative because he wants you believing that he's thinking about you right when he wakes up in the morning and right when he goes to bed. And he's also sending this to a bunch of other women to see who's gonna respond and give him attention. The 10th thing is he'll never get deeper with you. Again, none of his breadcrumbing leads to you feeling satisfied at the end of the day. He won't be asking you questions about yourself or trying to make you laugh. It's just gonna feel very surface. The best way to deal with a guy who's breadcrumbing you is to be direct with him about it. And ironically, the one thing he's not being with you. But for most of you, you're probably gonna realize that he's not worth that effort, and this is the best you're gonna get from him. It's time to say next. So now, I would love to hear from you ladies. What are some of the creative ways men have breadcrumbed you in the past that led you to believe they were interested in you when they in fact were not? Just let me know in the comments below. Also, be sure to head on over and get immediate access to my video field guide on texting to help you navigate these 10 most common texting scenarios with men at boyfriendblueprint.com/texting. It's basically a 1.5 hour video course of me walking you through the text that he's sending you, what he's thinking about when he's sending you these texts, what your mindset should be when you receive them, and multiple examples of what you can send to him after you receive those texts. Thanks for checking it out. Finally, if you found this video helpful, please give it a like below. I can't wait to read your breadcrumbing comments below, and I'll see you all next week.